What's up, guys? This is Adam the Bee's Knees, and today we have our Week 3 NPL Majors game versus Mr. Murkrow, who's the coach of the San Francisco Regigiants. Yeah, not the GBA one. So, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I think this is the hardest matchup I've ever had in a league format. So, let me go over the team, and hopefully you should see it on your right. So he has an Aerodactyl that is one of his Zmons, and the other Zmon is the trio. He has a Kartana, a Zapdos, a Tapu Lele, a Mega Venusaur, a Heatran, an Umbreon, an Alomomola, and a Throw. So basically, Throw's kind of like an Unmon. I don't really see it coming. I don't see Merc bringing that, but he could. It's not horrible or anything, but he has one specific Pokemon called a Tapu Lele, and my Dark type is a Volibee, and my Psychic resists are solely Mesprit and Klefki, who, they're kind of bulky, but they're not that bulky, so there's that. In addition, he can trap a couple of my guys with the trio. I don't switch into Kartana very well, and Mega Lopunny and Blacephalon have a hard time breaking Mega Venusaur, Heatran, and the Wish Core of Umbreon and Alomomola. And he also has a Zapdos and an Aerodactyl, which are not very fun to deal with as well. So, yeah, it's kind of tricky. So initially, like every single Pokemon I actually have been on a team in one way or another, but this final team is very very much influenced by Iron Flesh Gaming. He really helped me team build. Um, I mocked like 12 times with different people. We discussed the mock, so huge shout out to him. One of the best in format. So uh, initially, we have this Mega Lopunny here, right? Now, it's a little bit uh, odd. It's Spadef, it's Rest Sleep Talk, but the whole idea is if he decides to go the fatter route, the Zapdos, Heatran, Venusaur, Umbreon, Alomomola, Mega Lopunny really abuses Umbreon and Aloe really well, and Zapdos too. Assuming one of them's Rocky Helmet, but still it should deal with them. The only issue is like if he has a Mega Venusaur, Leech Seeds, that could be a little annoying. But this Lopunny is designed to not get three-shot by a Mega Venusaur nor a Zapdos. So like the most, or I guess a Heatran, if he's like modest, then sure. And the idea is I only really need return. His normal resist is Heatran and Kartana, which Kartana is not a resist to anything. So his main switch in is Heatran. I guess Arrow, but Arrow's not super fat, and Heatran doesn't want to be fighting type moves. So there's that. That's why, and even with 24 attack with Adamant, Lopunny still hits ridiculously hard. So up next we have the Kartana answer, a physically defensive Dragonite. This is designed not to sweep. It has Dragonance on there just to have. It has superpower to either beat a Wish Protect Umbreon or Heatran, and if I if I don't want a defense drop, clearly I can bop Kartana. Superpower can Oko Kartana. Yeah, and in addition, I have return just for if I do Dragon Dance up. If I had Dragon Claw, I'd be official like 100% walled by Lele, and Lele is such a big threat that's not something I need to happen. So yeah, that's a Dragonite set. Bring in the most jankiest Dragonite sets, right? Next we have a bulky Mesprit. It's really all designed to take Psyshocks and Psychics from a Tapu Lele. Hidden Power Ground is for Heatran, obviously. I have attacks. I need damage from the knockoff and the U-turn. And Mesprit doesn't really need to outspeed anything. Like if he brings Heatran, I'm assuming it's gonna have some speed. Only issue is I will be outsped by Venusaur, but Venusaur can't hit me too bad because I'm Assault Vest. I'm calm. I have or sassy. I have Spadef. I can take it. Lele's Moonblast will do like 30%. Its sidekicks will do like a quarter. So if I keep Mesprina healthy, it should be okay because he's probably going to bring Scarf because that outspeeds Lopunny and Blacephalon and essentially can just OHKO them, right? So up next we have Klefki, my second check to Lele. Now I do get trapped by the trio, but if he could think I'm smart and have Magnet Rise or Shed Shell or something, he might not always go hard Doug Trio. I have the spikes because I can spike on a psychic terrain. Yes, it blocks priority, but the only thing that's really screwing up with if I want a toxic like the Aloe or the Umbreon, because I can still toxic the Zapdos, it's off the ground. Thunderwave is for Kartana mainly if it gets out of hand, and I have Flash Cannon to hit the Lele. It does like 30-40% to a Kartana. Essentially, that's all I need it to do. I'm not I can hit the Doug Trio, I can hit the Arrow, stuff like that, and I can paralyze the Venusaur too. So that's Klefki. This is a God set. Blacephalon, I pop a sub, Mind Blown. The idea is Umbreon's gonna want to Wish Protect stuff, and if it protects, I still get the recoil. So if I can sub up on the Protect, maybe I can Calm Mind out, take advantage. OHKO to Spadef Umbreon after like +1 or +2. And if I get enough Calm Minds, the Aloe, I'm good with the Aloe Momola. It can beat the Mega Venusaur if it doesn't have knockoff or Earthquake. It can beat Zapdos. Of course, their trio can't like Sucker Punch and stuff, but if I play around that, and it can beat the Heatran. I can take Earth Powers. Like, it's frail, but its Spadef is not god awful enough to take an Earth Power. So there's that. And in addition, I have a Hippowdon here. Spadef for Lele, I can take a hit. If it's Choice Specs, it's going to do like 70. If it's Choice Scarf, it's going to do like 55%. It's a good Heatran switch-in, a great Doug Trio and Arrow switch-in. If you see Aqua Tail or something, might be a little bit of an issue, but I don't see Aerodactyl coming that much. I don't really see Arrow or Dougie coming. It depends if he wants to run fat or not fat, so we'll have to see on that. So that's the team. Let's get right into this. Oh boy, this battle. Alright, so as you can see, Merc brought a very offensive team. There's no Mega Venusaur, which is probably the biggest surprise. So he has Arrow and Doug Trio over like a Venusaur, an Umbreon, or an Alomomola. So he really decided to not bring fat. Kind of surprising, but his offense still matches up really good against mine. And by the way, fun fact, I can switch out Doug Trio on the Cephalon. He can pursue it or whatever, but I can switch out because I'm a Ghost type. I'm going to lead Hippo. It's my guaranteed lead. It beats his Stealth Rockers. If he leads hard Lele, I'm just going to swim Specs, but I can switch into Mesprit pretty safe. He's going to fire off a Psychic, gouge any damage he can. I don't think he'd lead Kartana. I think that's a sweeper in the back. It's not Z. He could lead Zapdos if Alden doesn't care too much about that. I can get up my Rocks. Rocks are pretty good against his team. I don't think he's going to run Defog unless it's Defog Zapdos. So I guess I'll go slow. So he leads Zapdos. I'm going to let up my Rocks, and he's actually going to poison me. So this tells me that's one of his moves. I don't care about poison. I have Slack Off. I have Leftovers, so I'm okay with this. I'm not going to stay in too many consecutive turns with Hippo. That's not the game plan. So Lopunny should be able to check this. He reveals sub, so he's either HP Ice, or he's probably Roost T-Bolt, so he can't touch a Dragonite too bad. He can't touch Klefki too bad. Really can't touch Hippo too bad. But this is a static Zapdos, so I do go for the return, I believe, this next turn. But after that, I need to start resting. I don't want to get parried and then parahaxed or whatever. He actually goes for the Roost here, so I decide to not risk it and go for the rest. I could have Power Up Punch, could have gotten an attack raise, but I'm not being PP stalled. There's no pressure, quote unquote. in this because I can take a Thunderbolt. As you can see, it does 30%. Sand goes away. He cannot take me out, even if I get unlucky turns. So, yeah. So hopefully I'm getting a Power Punch, but I get return. It's still going to do 40%, which is really good. So I'm just gonna keep on doing it. He cannot paralyze me and sleep. Oh, and for the record, Facade does not prong when you're asleep. It's kind of dumb. I think it should. If I had Facade, oh, it would have been doing like 60%, which would have been wild. But I'm just gonna rest up. There's literally no point of risking a para. You know how much para did versus Dan. So yeah. And I do believe I'm going to get a power-up punch now. Let's see. No, I get rest. So I get power-up punch coming up soon. But the whole idea is he can't touch me. He gets a crit there, which sucked if he didn't sub before. So that's the first crit he gets. He gets a couple. So to make the matchup even worse. So I do get a power-up punch. So I'm looking good. Nothing wants to come in. I'm going to rest up here. I did want to return if he I feel like he would have swapped, which he does, but I think it's more important keeping the Lopunny's health. Lopunny's not necessarily important because all this fat isn't here, but it still beats the Zapdos. It's a good Heatran kind of idea. He goes hard Heatran, predicting the switch. Very nice play. I go Mesprit. I need to switch out. I have HP Ground, but I need to preserve Mesprit's health because he has a Dugtrio, so that really limits my switch-ins to the Lele. So he's gonna get up his rocks. I believe I go for the Earthquake. Yeah, I should have Whirlwinded there. There was no reason. I was kind of scared of the Magma Storm, but even then, I don't get 2-hit KO'd from it, even after the Magma Storm. So, you know, it was a gamble. So I go Klefki here. And the reason why I don't go for Toxic immediately is to bait him into a false sense of security that I don't have it. I'm going to set up my spikes. And he goes Heatran. So the idea is in the future that I can poison the Zapdos, and then really that Zapdos would be dealt with rocks, with poison. That idea. He goes for Lava Plume, so he's not Magma Storm. He's Shuca Berry for sure, because any Heatran I've seen has been Shuca Berry and Mox, so he's a 100% Shuca Berry. I believe I just go for Slack Off here because I can't get burned. Poison's not doing too much now. I can go for the safe Earthquake at this point, as he does switch into his Zapdos here. I think I go for the Earthquake again. Yeah, I could have seen that. I should have seen that coming. But at this point, I have switch-ins. I don't believe I stay in. I can go Klefki here and try to poison this. So he goes for Thunderbolt. I can take it. I'm going to actually get up another spike. I think Heatran's probably going to come in. There's no reason he doesn't come in. So he stays in. And he gets a crit, which kind of sucks. Kind of, but it will lure him in to kill me. So at the very least, I can poison him. Klefki does hazards up. The crit sucks. But maybe he would have swapped to Heatran if I didn't get the crit. So at least that's something. Zapdos is poisoned. He cannot heal it. Rocks are going to whittle it down. So that's solid there. Yeah. So he's gonna go Arrow here on my Slack Off, and I think I go for the Whirlwind here, and then he whips out. I'll wait for it. He whips out the Defog, which really sucks. Makes Klefki completely wasted. I can get rocks up again, which are fine, but I can't get spikes up, which wasn't super crucial. I had 2 flying types, but it was nice. He goes Kartana, but luckily rocks on up. I can go Dragonite. I don't care about my multiple scale being broken. He can't knock me off. I have a Z move. He's a Life Orb. Now, I should have calced this, because if I calced it, I would have seen he's Timid Kartana. I did not calc. I thought, Dragonite probably could take it, multi-scale and all, right? Should have calced it. It's Timid Kartana, which comes into play later on. So, you know, Timid SD speed boost kind of set. So he goes Arrow. I Roost. There's no point of me attacking. He has a Zapdos. He has a Heatran. You know, he has switch-ins. He makes a nice double into the Lele as I go into my Hippo. So I have to force switch out. He can get a hit on my Mesprit. Start whittling that guy down. I need to get my rocks back up. He probably needs to get his rocks back up because we're just switching around. He gets that nice Moonblast, doesn't do anything. I believe I go for the knock. I do go for the knockoff. Luckily, do not get staticked here. And I believe I just go hard into my Hippowdon? Yeah, I do go hard Hippo because Zapdos can't touch me. I'm already poisoned. There's nothing he can do. I can whirlwind him out if he starts subbing. So we have this rock exchange. Actually, Earthquake. Earthquake because I want this thing dead on rocks. I can get up my rocks now, and the Heatran's dead if he switches, or he has to defog back. He removes my hazards, but he also removes his hazards. So it's not the worst thing if he defogs. I can always get him back up. I don't plan on Hippo dying. In fact, I switch it out to Lopunny because I can take the Lava Plume. And I actually get a little bit lucky here as he hard switches into the trio because Earthquake, it wasn't banned or anything, but Earthquake two-shot me and he outspeeds me. So, yeah. But I do get the return and Oko him, which is superb because that frees up Blacephalon a little bit more. So Sand's gone. So he goes Kartana. I have Dragonite. I have full HP Dragonite. But he makes a great play there in the Heatran, weakening my Dragonite to rocks. So that's fun. So he goes Lele here. I have to, at this point, alright, so here are my options. I can sack Dragonite. Though I would need, I need Dragonite, especially because he's timid, but I need Dragonite for Kartana in general. So Dragonite needs to be alive. I need Blacephalon. Theoretically, if I was Scarf Blacephalon, I win. I think he's Scarf Arrow from post, but theoretically, Scarf Blacephalon just wins here. So I want to preserve it. I want to bluff the Scarf. Mesprit, I need in case this Lele doesn't die in the next couple turns. So, and I have the Lopunny, I don't need that. So, and Hippo is nice walling the Aerodactyl, the Zapdos. And I can take a hit from Lele at full. He revealed Scarf damage earlier, modest Scarf for the record. So I have to sack off my Lopunny. Zapdos has rocks up. It's going to get whittled. It's poisoned. I don't need Lopunny. It doesn't have fat. So Lopunny got its kill. Now it can go down, and I can go into my Blacephalon, bluff the Scarf, hopefully scare him out. But if he's Scarfed, he hits me with a Moonblast, and he gets the special attack drop. And yeah, so this is fun. I do not get the kill. I'm sure it was a roll. Obviously, without the drop, I killed. But this puts me in a tight bind. I can come back in on Blacephalon and get the berry, so Blacephalon's not completely out of the dark. So now what do I do? Well, it kind of comes into play. Again, I have to sack something off. If I go Mesprit, I could literally get two-shot by the Moonblast. If he gets the rolls right, plus rocks, he can just kill me there. And I have nothing to outspeed the Lele, so that would just be wasted. I could go Dragonite, but I need that for Kartana. So I have to either sack Blacephalon here, and then go Hippo and kill it with Sand, or I can just go sack off Hippo, or hard Hippo, kill it with Sand. And I think that's my best play, just because I don't have anything to outspeed Lele. So I go hard Hippo. He actually lived the Moonblast because I'm so Spadef, and we both go down Poison and Sand. I actually live, which is great. Nice crisp live, easy. So he actually goes Kartana here, and this is another kind of tricky play. So I'm thinking that my best play is to sack Hippo. He gets one Beast Boost. Remember, in my mind, I'm still thinking he's just offensive, he's max attack, he's going to get the attack raise. Dragonite can live in a max attack one with a roll. If it's not a roll, he wins. If he gets the roll on Dragonite, it's game over. But if not, then that's my only way to pull this back. If he is the max attack Jolly Kartana set, but he's not. I don't know that, but I'm going to make the play he is. Sack off the Hippo, and he gets the speed boost. So Dragon Knight is a very clean switch in here. And I fire off the Z, and just to hit something hard. And he Swords Dances. I legitimately thought it was game over. But he Swords Dances in my face. I'm able to kill him. And now it's a play of, can he land the stone edges to take me out? So, he goes arrow here. I don't need Dragonite. I go for superpower, but I just die. So, here's the thing. He has to land 3 edges against me to win the game. Pause. Oh, shoot. Well, I spoiled it. He has to land 3 stone edges to win the game. And I can't kill him with Mesprit due to sand. So he would land 1, I'd hit him, he'd land another, he'd kill plus step 1. Or he switches out, maybe he can kill me with the Zapdos or something that way. But that was kind of throwing the game. So he actually does make a misplay here. I think he forgot the sand. Because I could have maybe killed him without sand. I guaranteed lived. I could maybe kill him. But he goes hard Zapdos, and I'm able to take him out with all those recoil goodies, with the poison from Klefki, so Klefki doesn't die in vain. There, I might need to make sure I note that Klefki got a kill. Anyway, he goes the arrow, and he doesn't kill, and I'm able to take him out without the rock, without the sand. Without the sand, it would have done half. So he's not 3-0 anymore, which is great. We won the hardest matchup. I had no Lele switching. I had a Lele switching, but like the whole concept was I need to preserve Mesprit, or Lele will sweep if it gets out of hand. I did, and Mesprit ended up winning the game. My MVP, haha. It was a good game, fairly clean. The special attack drop completely blew. If he didn't get that, then my Hippo would have been a big boy and healthy and alive. And because he was that Kartana set, I think it would have been much easier for me to win. I didn't have to rely on him throwing the game to win, because Hippo could have taken an arrow hit, that kind of thing. Probably should have kept Klefki alive, but Toxic did help significantly for the Zapdos. So it worked out. It did. And we ended up being 2-1 now, and we're at a positive differential for once. So that's great. We are tied with like 8,000 teams who are 2-1, probably. You'll, I guess, wait and see. I don't know. 2-1, 1-2. I don't know if anyone's 0-3. Oh, I guess I shouldn't say anything. Rob could be 0-3 or 3-0. Gypsy could be 3-0. Merc could have been 3-0. I think that's it. And then there could have been some 0-3 teams, maybe David or Cheese, or I think that's it. Abe. Those guys are all 1-1. No, 0-2. So, but yeah, we fight Trev next. Should be fun. The Houston rivalry, right? He's made some counter team FAs. Haha, Trev. I see what you've done. You've done this deed, and you picked up some mons that deal with my threats to your team. But it's no big deal. Hopefully we win that, but I'm very happy we beat Merc. Merc is very good. I think he's better than me. He's a phenomenal battler. NPL history, not great, but he's dominated every other league he's been in. So be sure to check him out. He's one of the NPL guys that I would watch outside of the NPL for sure. Like, I like his content. It's laid back. It's chill. He drafts some nice teams. He drafts teams that I would draft. So yeah, because we both are Volibee connoisseurs. So anyway, I'll catch you guys next week. And yeah, until then, this is the Bees and Knees signing off. Bye.